So, there's something that I learned from one of my motivator, Steven. Steve, I know that many of us know it. It's an American man, black American, who do used to host a lot of people. I have watched a lot of his videos, comedies, even TB Jack, you know, my mentor. I have watched a lot of his videos. And what I also learned about from my own biological dad is that where your mind is, that is where you will be able to go. The truth is this: if your mind is based on, maybe let me take this thing as for instance. Okay, let me have some certain. I'm sure I have key in this place. I have a bunch of key. So okay, let me tell you. Each of us know what key simply represent. We know the symbol of key, which is called what breakthrough, success, etc. So if your focus is based on this, and you come to understand, maybe another person's focus is based on this. So as your mind, as you think, as you imagine, that is whom you are going to become. Why am I saying this? We need to think even more than what we never expect. What I mean is this, the Bible have already made it clear. It said, as man thinketh, so he is. So if you are thinking low, you can't become great. That's just the far truth. If you imagine to become low, if you imagine to prosper beyond average level, you will end up become that. Because the higher you think, the higher you do. What I mean is this: you need to change your mindset. If you don't like where you are right now, as I'm telling you, the truth is this: you must be ready to think higher than yourself. Yes, this is what I mean. You must be ready to think more higher than yourself. If your life is 50%, I mean your energy, your capability, your capacity of doing things is 50%, you need to think like 200%. Because if you see a lion in the forest, lion does not make a move. He first of all watch the animal that is about to target. It can take like 2 minutes, 3 minutes for him to know the way, how to do it, how to target the animal. In that targeting, in that waiting, is imagining that he can do it, he can collapse and do it and destroy the animal. So the moment you start to think like a lion, the moment you start to think like a successful man, that is the moment you become successful. It's not the moment you start to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that is why you need to change your mindset, because a lot of people around you, as a choosing, many of them are low self-esteem. Many of them are low self-esteem. That is why, that was when I was in my former place, I never tell many of my friends that I do imagine to be great, I do imagine to be famous. I never open mouth. But I was just sitting down one day because I love to be alone. And I don't know that many of them have already figured out that anytime I am alone, I think a lot, I'm thinking too much. One of them just come and say, Samson, why do you imagine too much? Can't you don't know that you are imagining that may not even come to pass? Can't you don't know that you imagine too much is not a guarantee that you're going to be great? I look at him, I do what? I smile. I didn't say no word, because there are some words that you will see. No need of you responding, because this word does not have what meaning. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is this: the higher you think, the higher you become. It's just like the law of attraction. What you do, what your energy attract, what you think, what you do, what you manifest is what you get. The higher your manifestation, the higher the outcome you get. So stop thinking low, brothers. Yes, believe me. Stop thinking low. And believe and have this mindset that faith without work is dead. So when you are thinking, think higher than yourself. Leave those who don't want to think like you, because everyone can never be like you. Yes, believe me. Think like someone who is going to change the world. Because today, many of us are praying, the world is not changing, things are not changing. But people who are in that, that's what I asked one of my friends one day. I said, wait to all these people who are driving all this Lamborghini, that is driving all this new cars, all these people that have all this private jet, does that mean God write it on their head that they are going to make it, and the rest are going to become what? The rest are only going to drive little things? My friends was just watching me. I said, no, one day I will have my own private jet. I will and I must. Why am I saying this? The higher you think, brother, the higher you become. So if you don't change your mindset, you can't change your future. Those days, my daddy used to tell me, he said, Samson, do you know that even in the presence of witches and wizards, they born kings and queens? Whenever you tell me this word, I think it a lot. It simply means no matter where you are, no matter where you come from, even if your father, your mothers are not able to give you the foundation that you needed, that does not mean you yourself cannot give your children the foundation that they needed. It's not your father's fault that they are not able to give you the good foundation, the good education. But it is your fault that if you are not able to think above them. So the moment you start to think above your parents, above everyone around you, the moment you will realize that you are capable and able to rewrite the history that have not been done before. So change your mindset, because each of us have greatness inside us. Believe me, each of us have something great within us. So whether you come from the north, east, west, and south, God has something huge ahead of everything that you are going through. So that is why you should not bother, nor be tremble, or be frustrated, or think too much about what is going on within you. Rather, imagine and walk is the key to greatness. You know what I'm saying? So remain blessed. May God bless you. So try to think higher. You know what I'm saying? So remain blessed.